The cold of the Moscow winter seemed to seep into Vladimir Albigov's bones as he walked through the park. The urgent call from his son had brought him here, but something felt off. As the esteemed federal judge surveyed his surroundings, his thoughts drifted to Selina, his estranged wife. Her recent erratic behavior had made him uneasy, but nothing could have prepared him for what was about to unfold. Hidden in the shadows, Andrei Kolomishev clutched the cold steel of his weapon. His heart raced, a mixture of adrenaline and fear coursing through his veins. Selina's words echoed in his head. Do it quick. Do it clean. But as he saw the judge approach, Andrei realized that nothing about this would be clean. Vladimir Albigov's path to becoming a federal judge was a testament to his dedication and intellect. Born into an intellectual family in North Ossetia, a small republic in the Russian Caucasus, Vladimir had always felt drawn to justice. Even as a young man, Vladimir had a special way of resolving conflicts, recalled his childhood friend Alec. He could see all sides of an argument and find the fairest solution. In the early 1990s, as Russia grappled with the challenges of its post-Soviet identity, Vladimir's calm demeanor and sharp legal mind caught the attention of local officials. At just 28, he was appointed as a judge at the Prigorodny District Court. I knew he was destined for greatness, said his mentor, a senior judge who had endorsed Vladimir's appointment. He had a rare combination of intelligence and empathy that made him perfect for the bench. As Vladimir's career flourished, so did his personal life. He married Selina, a vibrant woman from a prominent local family, and soon after they welcomed their son, Arsen. For a time, it seemed the Albigov family had everything: respect, success, and a loving home. But beneath the surface, tensions were brewing. As Vladimir's reputation grew and he ascended to the federal judiciary, Selina began to change. Friends noticed she became more demanding and unpredictable. She showed up at the courthouse and yelled at Vladimir in front of his colleagues, recalled a court employee. It was shocking to see someone treat a federal judge like that, let alone his own wife. The fights at home became more frequent and intense. Selina accused Vladimir of neglecting his family, of caring more about his career than his wife and son. Vladimir, raised to handle family disputes privately, suffered in silence. He never complained, said Alec, but we could see the toll it took on him. The light in his eyes dimmed. The breaking point came on a quiet winter evening in 2006. Exhausted from years of conflict, Vladimir announced his intention to divorce. Selina's reaction was swift and venomous. You think you can leave us? She reportedly hissed, her voice echoing through their spacious apartment. You'll regret this. I'll make sure you're left with nothing. Despite her threats, Vladimir moved out, leaving behind 3 apartments and a fractured family. He threw himself into his work, finding solace in the orderly world of the courtroom, but Selina refused to let go. She launched a relentless harassment campaign, calling at all hours, sending threatening letters, and even defacing public property with accusations against her ex-husband. She was obsessed, said Maria, Vladimir's new partner. She showed up at our house in the middle of the night, banging on the door and screaming. Vladimir tried to reason with her, but it only seemed to make her angrier. In a desperate attempt to maintain his relationship with his son, Vladimir continued to meet with Arsen regularly. But even these encounters became battlegrounds, as Selina used the boy as a pawn in her vendetta against her ex-husband. She filled Arsen's head with lies, Maria recalled. She told him his father had abandoned them, that he didn't love her anymore. It was heartbreaking to watch. On February 17, 2007, Vladimir agreed to meet his son for an outing in the park. It was a decision that would cost him his life. As father and son walked through the secluded area, Andrei Kolomishev emerged from his hiding place. Before Vladimir could react, shots rang out. The federal judge fell to the ground, his life slipping away as his horrified son looked on. The investigation moved quickly. The discovery of Vladimir's body sent shockwaves through the close-knit legal community of North Ossetia. It was unthinkable, said the chief judge of the regional court. To gun down one of our own like a common criminal, we were all in shock. Detectives quickly zeroed in on Selina as the prime suspect. Her history of erratic behavior and public threats against Vladimir made her an obvious person of interest. But it wasn't until the arrest of Andrei Kolomishev that the case broke wide open. Kolomashev, a petty criminal with a history of drug offenses, cracked under interrogation. He confessed to pulling the trigger, but insisted he was merely a puppet in Selina's vengeful scheme. She promised me money, drugs, whatever I wanted, he told investigators. All I had to do was solve her problem. But the most shocking revelation was yet to come. As detectives dug deeper, they uncovered the full extent of Selina's manipulation. The young arson, they discovered, had been coerced into luring his father to the park that fateful day. She told me Dad wanted to surprise me, the boy tearfully recalled during his interview. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going to happen. The ensuing trial was a media sensation. Selina, defiant until the end, maintained her innocence. She tried to paint herself as the victim, claiming Vladimir had been abusive and she had acted in self-defense. But the evidence was overwhelming. Witness after witness testified to her harassment campaign, her threats, and her increasingly unstable behavior. On August 19, 2008, justice was served. Andrei Kolomishev received 13 years in prison for his role as the gunman. Selina Chejam was sentenced to 20 years for orchestrating the murder of her ex-husband. Even young Arsen, caught in the web of his mother's lies, was sentenced to 5 years in a juvenile detention center. The case of Vladimir Albagov serves as a stark reminder of how quickly love can turn to hate, and how the desire for revenge can destroy not just its target, but entire families. In the quiet courthouse where he once presided, Vladimir's former colleagues still speak of him in hushed tones, mourning not only the loss of a skilled jurist, but the tragic waste of a life cut short by betrayal. Vladimir believed in the power of the law to bring order to chaos, his mentor reflected, gazing out of the courthouse window. In the end, it was the chaos in his own life he couldn't control, but his legacy lives on in every fair judgment, in every life he touched. We owe it to him to ensure that justice prevails, no matter the cost.